So, I'm in the supermarket, Deep Divers. It's 11:30 at night. I'm buying some groceries. A man comes up to me and is like, Infinite Waters, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is you. Thank you so much for your videos because they really helped me out during lockdown. It was so hard for me. And I said, that's no problem. That's what I'm here to do. He went like this. Thank you so much again, Ralph. He brought out his phone and he showed me a clip. And it was me saying this. We live in a world so fake. The truth actually scares people. He put his phone back in his pocket and he said, that's it. That's all I needed to hear. Keep doing your thing, Ralph. You're helping millions of people. And I said, thank you. Thank you, universe, because this is a confirmation that so many people out there refuse to live in fear and are waking up. And they have not forgotten. We're going to talk about lockdown files. We're going to talk about COVID files because I was on Twitter and I'm on Twitter right now, Deep Divers. Add me at Infinite Waters. So I always go and check what's trending. So you had Will Smith trending, like Chris Rock trending, because Chris Rock was really going in on Will Smith on this like big stage. Okay. Then I said, okay, what else is trending? COVID was like number one. And what's happening? The reason why COVID is trending, because so much is coming out right now. Leaked files are coming out. Doctors are coming out. We got a whole lot to talk about, Deep Divers. They have not forgotten. The people of the world have not forgotten what happened during the last few years. Oh, Deep Divers. Oh, Deep Divers. The information I'm about to share with you is really going to make you raise your eyebrows like The Rock. But first, let's breathe. That was beautiful. Let's go, Deep Divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. What are we doing? It's good energy here, Deep Divers. Raising the vibration. Peace. Infinite Waters diving deep once again. Beautiful Deep Divers. We are here. Start of the week. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation that your breakthrough is coming. I know you've been through a whole lot. Now it's your time to receive your blessings. If you're ready, smash that like button right now. If you're ready, smash that like button right now because I'm about to go in and somebody out there needs to see this video. Okay. So they have not forgotten. Lockdown files, COVID files. We're going to talk about all of it, Deep Divers. First and foremost, let's have a moment of silence. That was for all of those people who lost their lives during the pandemic. A lot of you know someone who lost their life during the pandemic. Some people aren't here right now because of everything that unfolded in the last few years. People want answers. People want answers. People want answers. So when I saw COVID trending on Twitter, I was going through the feed seeing, okay, what are they talking about? And there seems to be millions of people waking up right now saying, hey, what on earth is going on? You have leaked files. You have doctors coming out. And a lot of you know that I always say we're living in the apocalypse, which means the lifting of the veil. Apocalypse emanating from the Greek apocalypsis, which means a lifting of the veil. And that's what's happening right now. What is done in the dark will come out in the light, and that's what's happening. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So we live in a world so fake. The truth actually scares people. Well, humanity has gotten a whole lot stronger. I always say everything happens for a reason. COVID was a test. Because COVID, I said it It means creating our vision in detail. When you were in lockdown, a lot of people were getting wiser. They were saying, actually, let me do my own research. Actually, who am I as a person? A lot of people started to find out who they really are and what's really going on. So there was even a gift that came out of the last few years. A lot of people became mentally stronger, emotionally stronger, and yes, some people didn't make it. So they have not forgotten. A lot of people realized during the height of the pandemic in 2020 what it was like, right? Can you remember what it was like, deep divers, when you used to have to wear face masks everywhere? Social distancing. The look of children's faces, like in fear and I don't want to do this, and people not talking to each other, and this weird energy around the whole world. A lot of people living in fear. And it was a crazy ass time. Well, they have not forgotten, because right now a lot of people, they want answers. They want to say, okay, what's going on? So a lot of my audience are in the US, but if we go to the UK, there have been leaked WhatsApp messages from the UK government. The then Health Secretary, Matt Hancock, there are leaked WhatsApp messages of him saying that actually we're going to deploy a new COVID variant, right? You can go and find this out for yourself, right? To scare people, to frighten the pants off people in order to have behavior change so the masses can comply with our agenda. Also, Matt Hancock denied Chris Whitty's calls to say, actually, let's ease the isolation. He's like, no, because if we do this, it's going to seem like government ministers have got it wrong. So all of that corruption and the lies are all coming out to the surface. I was actually watching SNL, right? Saturday Night Live, Deep Divers, and I saw Woody Harrelson. Okay, he was doing this monologue, and he said this in his speech. He was like, so the movie goes like this. The most powerful drug cartels all over the world come together and they buy up all the media and politicians, and they force people to stay indoors in lockdown, and they can only come out if they take their drugs and keep taking their drugs. Now, a lot of truth is said in jest. A lot of truth is said in jest. So even Woody Harrelson has not forgotten. He still wants to give the masses, millions of people, this message to say, actually, we were played like a fiddle. And it's so good to see that humanity is awakening. During that time of COVID, and it's still here, I know, but during the peak of COVID, I was speaking my truth even if my voice shakes, because I'm like, hey, I gotta do the right thing. I'm not afraid because the universe is my bodyguard. Slow motion this side. And right now it's so good to see, so refreshing to see human beings finding their voice again, to say, actually, I'm not afraid, and I'm gonna hold those accountable for this madness accountable. Crimes against humanity. A lot of people are calling for crimes against humanity. They want compensation. They want answers. You have doctors coming out to speak up now. And they've always been doing that, but a lot of people realized during that peak of COVID, a lot of doctors were silenced. Matter of fact, I had one of my videos deleted. Ralph Smart Infinite Waters is one of the most peaceful people on YouTube, right? Deep Divers, right? I had one of my videos deleted. There were a lot of people banned from platforms. Even on YouTube, you had David Icke removed, Max Egan removed. You had people removed because they were speaking their truth. And I always say, we must always protect free speech. They have not forgotten lockdown files, COVID files. When we go back, I have a lot of friends in California. A lot of them had to move to Texas because of the draconian measures that were put in place in LA. The draconian measures put in place in LA, and they couldn't do anything. They had to leave to Texas where the rules were more eased. So a lot of people during that time, they had to leave where they were. They had to close their business. A lot of people lost money. A lot of people were really going crazy. It also affected the mental health of people. There's something called COVID anxiety syndrome. It's still happening. A lot of people are still afraid to go outside. A lot of people are still afraid to interact with other people. And over those last few years, a lot of people are still a bit wary of other people. I don't want to get too close. What have we done to the mental health of children? What have we done to the mental health of adults? And right now, humanity has to heal itself once again. They have not forgotten. It's all coming out. The censorship, we haven't forgotten that. The constant be afraid, be very afraid. A lot of people have not forgotten that. And they're like, actually, right now, there's nothing to be afraid of. I always tell you, let love guide you and not fear. Let me say it again. Let love guide you and not fear. And right now, it's so good to see humanity reclaiming its power, reclaiming its voice, and reclaiming its common sense. A lot of people are pointing the spotlight on Dr. Fauci to say, hey, we want some answers. What's going on? So this is what's going on right now, deep divers. There are so many people who are demanding answers from governments all over the world to say, hey, we want COVID answers. We want answers for the lockdown. What happened to the elderly people in those care homes? Yeah, we want the answers. In Australia, so many people lost their lives. Yeah, we want the answers. And this is what's happening. Like I told you, deep divers, we're living in the shift of the ages. We're living in the age of Aquarius. And this is the reason why humanity, so many things are going on right now. But in this period of time, humanity wins. Because the people have been awakened. And that's the good news. There is a worldwide awakening. Millions of people are waking up. They're eating better. They want more for themselves. They're no longer drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid, no longer just watching the television and believing everything they see on the news. There was actually a picture of like Joe Rogan who had said, okay, I took this thing for COVID, and CNN were kind of saying, oh my gosh, that's not the right thing to take, right? And they kind of changed how he actually looked. They made his skin look more yellow and like he was really sick, when in actuality, they just did a Photoshop job. So much is coming out to the surface, deep divers. There is also talk recently, Novak Djokovic, the tennis player, actually got denied to the US, right, to play tennis in this tennis tournament. And that's because he is not fully vaccinated, even though he's already had COVID, right? So even still now, there are still people who are being discriminated against. They're still being discriminated against. And people are saying, actually, enough is enough, right? And they have not forgotten. They have not forgotten this split that's happened between those who have had the shots and the boosters and those who haven't, right? Because, you see, I always tell you the inorganic ones always want to divide humanity. And right now, humanity is saying, you know what? Unity. We all have to come together. And this is the only way out. Let me tell you this. There's something called the bystander effect in psychology. And the bystander effect goes like this. You see, Give you an example. Just say there's a room of people, okay? And you have this authoritarian dictator who comes in the room and says, okay, don't move, don't say anything. If you do, you will be severely punished. And there's a fish tank. He takes the fish out of the water and puts it on the table. And then he walks out. Then he comes back in. And there's one girl who actually put the fish back in the water. And he said, you see what they've done to you? Because everyone else was scared. And that's what we call the bystander effect. When you're in such a state of shock. You're in such a state of shock that you fear the consequences. But there's always one who is fearless. And shout out to all the people who are fearless. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of doctors lost their jobs, lost their license because they were speaking up during that peak of COVID. And now all the evidence is supporting what they were talking about is actually the truth. So let's remind ourselves, deep divers, we don't want to forget what's happened, because if we forget what's happened, we will only be condemned to repeat it. And right now, more is going to come out to the surface of what really took place over the last few years. I told you, they want a world without touch, no feeling, a world without smiles, no meaning. But the truth is, humanity is too strong. Right now, there is a worldwide awakening and nobody can stop it. I want everybody to smash that like button right now and share this video. Smash this like button right now, deep divers. Smash that button, share this video, because somebody out there needs to see this. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful, deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. The Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version. Also, go and get the book of 1111 quotes at ralphsmart.com/thebook. Go and check out the Good Ass Prana shirts, deep divers, all new limited designs at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing? Well, go and buy some. They tried to bury us, deep divers. They forgot we were seeds. And right now, we are growing, becoming wiser. People are coming together and they're letting love guide them and not fear. One love, one humanity. Let's go. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Once again, deep divers, smash that like button right now. Share this video. Leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. And let me know how this video inspired you to become your greatest version. And let me know how you have not forgotten what has happened. One love. Peace.